March is a month of change, change in season, change in weather, and change in the garden. Bridging together late winter and early spring, March allows gardeners to relish in the last harvest of cool weather edibles while prepping plantings for the warmer days ahead. During this time, you'll likely find young edibles, perennial herbs, and flowering shrubs at your local nursery that can easily be transplanted into your garden. Trust me, this video is very amazing for you. You learn a lot of new thing from this video. Now let's start this amazing video. But before picking up a new seed packet or adding a fruit tree to your cart, make sure to check your USDA hardiness zone or consult with an expert at your neighborhood garden shop to find out which types of beautiful flowers or vegetables fare best in your region's climate conditions to ensure planting success. Top best 15 plants to grow in the beautiful month March. Number 1, cauliflower. This cruciferous veggie is relatively easy to grow, and it does best when started in the cool weather of spring for zones 5 to 10. Start seeds a month or two before the last frost, or plant in ground 2 to 4 weeks before the last frost. Number 2, herbs. Herbs, such as rosemary, mint, sage, thyme, basil, and chives, are perfect to plant in containers or garden beds in most parts of the country come March. We like buying individual plants since they're so easy to grow. Just plant them in a sunny spot and water when dry. Number 3, potatoes. There was an old belief amongst the Pennsylvania Dutch community that St. Gertrude's Day, known as St. Patrick's Day today, was the official potato planting day. They might have been onto something, as March offers the ideal conditions to plant these cold-loving crops. Start by planting seed potato pieces in trenches about 3 to 4 inches into the soil. Once a seedling has sprouted, cover the plant once again with 3 inches of soil and repeat a few weeks later. This technique is known as hilling, and it protects the tubers from sun damage. Number 4, leeks. A sweet and mild member of the onion family, leeks thrive in cool weather and can withstand unexpected frosts during the month. For happy and flavorful leeks, check that the soil is constantly moist. You may have to water the leeks once a week if you live in a dry climate with a lot of sunshine. The best part of growing leeks is that you can harvest them whenever they reach your ideal size for cooking. Number 5, tomatoes. It may come as no surprise that tomatoes are the most popular vegetable to grow in gardens at home. With so many colors and varieties, the possibilities are truly endless. For those who live in USDA hardiness zones 5 to 10, you can begin growing tomatoes from seed indoors in March. For best results, start from seed indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost in preparation to transfer outside once the cold weather has passed. Number 6, broccoli. Often referred to as a fall vegetable, certain quick-growing varieties of broccoli can actually be planted in late winter as the temperature begins to rise for a summer harvest. Plant these sun-loving crops in a spot in your garden that receives at least 6 hours of direct light. When it comes time to harvest, make sure the head is fully developed but hasn't produced any small yellow flowers yet. Number 7, peppers. Peppers are another fun vegetable to grow in gardens, as they take up little space and produce high yields when planted close together. In USDA hardiness zones 5 to 10, peppers can be planted indoors in March before transferring outside to the garden. The key is to start growing from seed 6 to 12 weeks before the last frost. Number 8, beets. This delicious and nutritious root vegetable prefers cool weather and can be planted from seed in early spring for an early summer harvest in USDA hardiness zones 7 to 10. Plant in rows, and add in high nitrogen fertilizer 6 weeks after planting. Number 9, peas. This cool weather legume will thrive in early spring. In USDA hardiness zones 5 to 10, you can plant green peas and sugar peas 4 to 6 weeks before the last spring frost to yield an early summer harvest. Number 10, cucumbers. Cucumbers are a fast-growing, high-yielding garden crop. Certain varieties that grow on vines require more space for planting, those varieties that grow on bushes require less space. For those who live in USDA hardiness zones 5 to 6, you can start growing cucumbers from seed in March to be transplanted outdoors between April and June. For those who live in USDA hardiness zones 7 to 10, you can sow cucumber seeds directly outside 2 weeks after the last frost. Number 11, spinach. Spinach is another cool weather vegetable that can be planted in March and will produce until the summer heat waves begin. For those who live in USDA hardiness zones 5 to 10, you can plant in March or whenever the soil is able to be worked. Number 12, roses. March or early spring is an ideal time to plant roses, especially bare root roses, which are typically only available in early spring. You'll want to make sure to wait until after the last frost. If you purchase bare root varieties, make sure you plant soon after bringing the plant home, or soon after it arrives, if ordered online. Number 13. Azalea. While it's slightly preferred to plant this flowering shrub in fall, azaleas can also be planted in spring after the last frost. You'll want to space azaleas 2 to 6 feet apart, depending on their size, and plant where they will receive at least 6 hours of full sun. It's also important to plant new plants so that their top roots are at soil level or just below to avoid root rot. Number 14. Cherry blossom trees. March, or after the last frost, is also a great time to plant flowering trees such as the cherry blossom. Find a spot in your yard or garden that gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight for your tree to thrive. Number 15. Lemon trees. Citrus trees are another great species to plant in March or after the last frost. Planting bare root lemon trees at this time of year allows the root systems to become well established before the next winter. Plant lemon trees in full sun for best results. It's finally March. March is the perfect time to get those tomato and pepper seeds started indoors so they can be ready for an early spring planting. Also now is a great time to start planting cool weather vegetables that can withstand those last frost days of March and April.